everyone, and welcome to today's episode live Facebook, where Catherine and I, hi Catherine, we're going to be reviewing the last tips 20 to 30 of our September challenge, our social media September challenge. And we had a ton of people that participated and actually want to do it again in January. So Catherine, how are you today?
I'm great. I want to let everyone know that we are live simultaneously on Instagram and Facebook. So if there's too much static with the noise, let us know. We'll adjust.
Absolutely. And so we want to get started. Let's just put this up on the screen, and I'm going to try to pay attention to both the Instagram feed and of course over here on Facebook. So once again, Catherine and I are reviewing the last week of challenges for September when we were giving out social tips in your email box. And let's get started with tip number 20. And I love this one. This one actually surfaced a few years ago for you and I, Catherine. But what it is, and it is tip number 21. Free up more space on your iPhone. Why? What happens, Catherine?
Well, and this is interesting because that recently happened to me, where I had to free space both on the iPad and on the phone. And I tried to shoot video and I couldn't. I tried to do photos and I couldn't. And I have a really good phone with lots of storage. So what happens is that photos and videos take a lot of space. I hear a bit of an echo. If you guys hear echo, let me know.
Yeah, I hear the echo as well.
So I'm not sure what to do.
So Jody, can you hear an echo? Well, actually, Jody's on Instagram, and we want to know if the echo is happening on Facebook.
Maybe I can put one
earphone for each. Tammy, if you're still on the Facebook Live, can you let us know if you're getting an echo?
So I don't know if this helps anything, but so. Okay, I'm going to stay focused to the point, and if there's too much echo, we'll have to break it. But yeah, I still hear it.
Oh. I don't.
No? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so we're talking about social tip number 21, and that was,
sorry about that.
That's okay. That's often when you go to take a photo with your smartphone, there's no more space left on your phone. And especially after years and years of us taking photos, and now we're taking videos with our smartphone. And videos, if you don't know, take up a lot of space in your storage on your phone. So when you delete your photos and you delete your videos, you actually haven't completed the deletion process. You need to then go into your photo albums and look for deleted, recently deleted, and that is where you double delete. It's called double delete today. Anything you want to add to that, Catherine?
Well, I think the concept is the same thing as with the trash on your computer. So, you know, when you put some photos in the trash, you actually have to empty the trash to be able to free the space. So it's the same thing with your phone. Also, you can look in the settings in your phone and look into storage, and then you will be able to see, it's going to prompt you like these are the files that are taking a lot of weight. And what I've noticed is that in my messages, I often send videos with text messages, videos, or photos to friends, and some of them are really heavy. And then after, I never delete my messages for some reason. So there was gigabytes of weight in my messages of old messages. So I just went and deleted all the old ones. So it's something you want to keep an eye on, because there's nothing worse than being all ready to go for your shoot, and then it says no more storage. And then you're like, wait up, everybody. We gotta figure this one out. So this is super important. Make it an habit in your systems to delete the videos you don't use, delete the photos you don't use, and be organized with your storage, with your folders. Like try to take it the extra step. It's gonna help you be efficient, and it's gonna make sure that you're ready to roll at any time.
And often we're afraid to delete things because the word delete means gone, like it's over. But It's a really important process that we all have to go through. Let's move on, Catherine. We're talking about day 22 now, and this is the one that you're going to answer, and it's use the Explore tab on Instagram and Storygram to see what others are doing to get ideas of which hashtags are best for you as a business to be using. What do you have to add to that, Catherine?
Well, this is something I do often when we have a new client or we have a client that's in another sphere. Normally we work with real estate, but see if I work with someone who's in storage and organizing or who's a restaurant or something. So I'm like, well, how is the conversation handled in that field? So I love Storygram. It's like a website where you enter a keyword or some topic of interest, or I just go in the Explore tab on Instagram and then I get a feel for how the conversation is doing. Also, if you're going to an event, you can go and explore and see who's showing up, who are the leaders, what hashtag they're using, and then take notes and take that as your base to get started to create your own content.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. It's all, we have to be little investigators today and looking at not only what our competition is doing, but what other people are doing out there that are really successful with their Instagram accounts and any of their social media accounts for that matter. And speaking of other social media accounts, day 23, our social tip on the September challenge was you should go into your LinkedIn profile. Some of us set it up 10 years ago, and we haven't even looked at it since then. And go in and update your profile, talk in first person, and make sure today that you can have videos on LinkedIn that you at least are wading into the pool and you're putting a few videos out there on your LinkedIn profile. I still like to use LinkedIn once in a while. I know it's not our #1 social network that we get most of our interaction and engagement with, but LinkedIn is a very important social network because it is the only quoted as business network out there.
Okay, so a note on that, you just need to be efficient at this. So if you're going to be posting either a post or a video, have your tabs on your desktop open. So open LinkedIn, open YouTube, open Facebook. If you have a scheduled platform for Instagram, open that, and then pop it into all the places in one go. So you cut and paste your text from Facebook, you paste it into LinkedIn, you upload the video, boom, done, LinkedIn. Then you edit it a bit, put it for Instagram. Then you put it for, say, Twitter or wherever you're using it. But just have all your tabs open. You can even have the tabs of your blog, of your website open, and just repurpose all your content in one shot while you're into it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And we've kind of been going over day 24's tip a little bit already. And let's just reiterate what that is. And that is get inspired by your heroes, people that you really look up to and that you admire. I mean, Catherine used the example of if you are a singer and you really love Beyonce, you're never going to be her, but you can be inspired by the things that she does on social media. And it's not like copying what people are doing. It's repurposing the content so it matches whatever your whole design and business is about. In your own vein, they say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything
else on that one, Catherine?
Well, I like to say McDonald's didn't invent the fries, right? So someone invented the French fry. They like, this is great, but they did it their way. And other restaurants do them their way, and other countries do French fries their way. So it's the same. Like you're never going to copy exactly your heroes, but get really inspired, take notes on what's working, what's creating an emotion for you, and then create your own content. But it's totally fine to be inspired and try to not completely copycat your heroes, but get like a structure that's similar to theirs.
So everyone, if you're tuning in right now, just to update you, we're experimenting. Catherine and I are always experimenting. We are going live on Instagram right now. So hi to everyone that's on Instagram that's watching us. And we're also live over on Facebook. So we're reviewing at this time. Catherine's got her filters on. We're reviewing at this time our September social media tips challenge, and we had a number of people that participated and sent us private emails about certain tips that really resonated with them. And at this point, we are now on day number 25. That would be September the 25th. And on that day, we posted as a tip, don't post and ghost. You want to make sure you answer your notifications, that you reply to the comments within a few hours of when someone leaves it. And it's important, especially if you've scheduled a post and then it goes out, you want to actually check it to make sure that it still looks good and that anyone's engaging with it. So quite honestly, I do not shut my notifications off, but my notifications are on silent, because we don't need bing, 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 bing all day long if you're sitting at an appointment with a client. It's actually really rude. So you want to pay attention and you want to get lots of engagement. Catherine, what are you going to put in on that one?
Sorry, I'm playing with Instagram. I'm answering questions and stuff. So I'm having a blank.
Well, we were talking about your notifications.
Oh, yeah. Okay, the post and ghost. Here's what you have to remember with the algorithms, with Instagram especially, is that the robots, they're really smart. So if you put content and someone comments on it, if you're going to think, oh, this is not really of interest, but it's already ringing in the algorithm's mind, oh, wait, maybe there's something about this account. If you answer to the comment, first, it's decent respect. If someone talks to you in the street and you turn your back away, it's not really nice. But if you actually answer, you can ideally have more than just an emoji, but it shakes the algorithms. First, it's best practice, and it helps your account to be found and get even more engagement, and your reach increases that way. So especially if you schedule your posts, remember that you have a post scheduled, so you kind of keep an eye on the account when the post comes out.
Absolutely. All right, we're moving on. We are now on September the 26th. And on that day, the social tip that went out said, be true to your branding.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Use a color code picker in order to make sure that every time that you're doing a post and you're adding your colors when you think they're your colors, and as we get older, we get more colorblind, but you can actually...
Do we? Jeez.
All right.
So yeah, branding, super important, your fonts and your color. So it's exciting when you're playing with apps and graphic design softwares, and to put all sorts of goodies and change the fonts and make it all jazzy. But then when you look at your whole feed, it doesn't look good. It looks like a real mess. So stick to your brand, pick 1 or 2 main colors, maybe 3, 1 or 2 main fonts, and then keep those and use them across the board.
Absolutely. And I like the idea to ask your brokerage or whoever is running the company to send you all those color codes, to send you copies of your branding. I love when you can just remove the background from your, maybe a picture of you, so it's just you. It looks so much better when you drop it onto a photo. And yeah, that's a really good one. Stay true to what your branding and your colors are. And I also think it's okay to experiment as well. You don't want to get yourself stuck in this cookie cutter where you have to do everything exactly the same every single time, because I remember my mentor, Mari Smith, used to wear turquoise all the time. That was her branding. And she really put herself into a corner and had to come out with a complete new rebranding of herself.
A new wardrobe.
A new, that too, right? Okay, so let's move on to social tip day 27, and that is 10 Instagram pro photo tips. And Catherine's going to start that one off. Are you ready, Catherine, or do you want me to?
Yeah, but look at this. What's happening? Hopefully, I won't lose my computer.
Oh, your your charger's been eaten by the dog.
Okay, so where is the list of that? Do you have them?
Yep. So number one is make a content calendar for the month and try shooting multiple images and videos all at once.
Yes. So this is super important because there are days where you look like crap and you feel like crap and you're not inspired and you think that what you're going to talk about makes no sense. No one's going to ever be interested in it. And there's other days where you're on it, you're super motivated, you got this, and you're all happy. So in order to like even things out, have a list and a strategy of what you want to talk about and think about all the medium you're going to cover. If you want to do a blog about a certain subject, then you can say, okay, well, this month, that's going to be my blog and the subject I'm going to tackle. So these are the videos I'll need to go with that blog or with this event and so on. So make a list, have a strategy of what your month's looking like, what your goals are. And then when you're ready to shoot, you can shoot photo and video, but you know what you're heading into so you can get prepared.
Excellent. And for the people that are watching here on Facebook, there's Tammy and I think Margaret's there as well. Can you guys let us know if there's echoing or if the speed of the internet is slowed down? I'm noticing some distortion. Instagram is killing it. It's going really well on Instagram. So we're continuing on with that list of social tips. And number two, for 10 Instagram pro tips for taking photos is choose a location and make sure that you have permission to be in that location taking photos.
Yeah, especially if that's more if you're like in in a coffee shop or if you're like in a museum or wherever it is you want to be. Normally, if you're outside, it's fine. But if you decide to pick a beautiful site inside and you have a pretty big product, like your tripod and everything, just ask.
Catherine, Danielle up in Pemberton says that when you speak, she's getting an echoing.
Yeah,
so.
I hear my echo too. I don't know what to do about it.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So we'll just move on. So number 3 for 10 Instagram pro photo tips is block a day and time and book the people that you might need to be there to help you get your photos taken, as well as avoid shooting times between 12 and 2 because of the light. And especially this is more so in the summertime when the sun is more intense on you. And number 5, plan your outfits. Bring a few different outfits. You could change your earrings, your necklaces, your hairstyle. Just shake it up. So when you're batching or taking a lot of different photos to use throughout the month for your social media, it might be a good idea to make sure that you have lots of different outfits as well.
And Heather is the queen of that. She shoots like 10 videos in a row with 10 different shirts.
Okay, number 6, remember to stick to a color palette, warm or cold tones.
This is more Instagram oriented. So if you want to have those beautiful feeds that you see, you just want to try to stick to one side of the spectrum.
You want to remember to bring mirrors, bring props, pencils, pens, coffee cup if you need it as a prop, all kinds of little things. Pack. Pack is the tip number 8 for the 10 pro tips when you're taking photos.
And things to pack, to remember, is your chargers. Bring your chargers, bring your light, bring your tripod, bring a little list, like make a list of what you need. So, and we do this every single day and we still forget things, like it just happens. So make a list so you have it ready and you have your little kit ready to pack.
You'll get better and better at doing all these things the more that you continue doing them. And when Catherine said bring a charger, if you're actually shooting outside, you need to make sure that all of your devices are fully charged when you get there.
And I bring a portable charger now.
Bring some snacks, something to eat because you get hungry and grouchy.
Water. You're like,
Okay, think about the composition. What are you shooting this for? Shoot vertical for Instagram. And actually, if you shoot square now, it's going on both Facebook and Instagram. And I really love that Facebook has switched things up and made it easier that we don't always have to shoot in a horizontal position anymore, especially when you're going live. And number 10.
Hard, just a parenthesis, it's hard with YouTube because YouTube is still really nice landscape. So if you want to be super pro, shoot both one horizontal and one vertical. But that's double the work. I think for the echo, I'm going to speak very slow.
Okay. All right. And over on Facebook, we're 100% pixelated. But all right. And number 10. Hey, if you don't do this all the time, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. That's technology. And you know what? We have this really cool choice when we're finished doing this, and it's called hitting the delete button. Bye-bye. Okay, and number 10 for taking pro photo tips, mostly for Instagram, is don't be shy, right? Think about what you're going to be doing. And Catherine uses the analogy, think of going on a safari and make it lots of fun. And
also, when we first started, we felt like super weird to be in a park shooting. And then some people said, you know what, do you want me to hold the phone for you? And it turns out that person was a photographer, and then we picked up a new client. So you never know, right? You never know. People will ask you questions, but it's okay. Imagine you're a real estate agent and someone say, why are you shooting the dog park? And you say, well, because as part of my listings, I like to show what's around the listing to give more strength or depth or to my listings and showcase everything that's around. If I'm looking at a real estate agent, I'd say, wow, this person is going the extra step. So I'll hire you. Right?
That's right. Okay, I love September 28th's tip for the September social media challenge, and that was don't be afraid to touch the buttons. You see how Catherine and I are going live right now on Facebook? It petrifies people, and you have to try it. You have to try things. You have to click the little arrows, the little lines. There are so many bells and whistles on Facebook and Instagram behind all of these things, and it can be a little bit overwhelming, but boy, we have learned to do so many new things. And especially, I mean, I'm so excited that I went into the Creator Studio, oh gosh, a couple of weeks ago now, and know that you can actually do your Instagram posts right from Facebook in the studio now. So, and you can schedule Instagram posts on Facebook in the studio. So there's so many things that are coming out all the time. And that's why you always have to keep yourself updated with what's new on social media, because it does change almost every day. Something's new. Catherine?
Yeah, totally agree. I agree. Nothing to add on that one.
Okay, super duper. All right, we're moving on. We're almost through now. Tip number 29 on September the 29th for our social media challenge was track your success. ROI, return on your investment. Now, it's not necessarily investment all the time, but your time is worth money. And when it takes you away from doing and being out on the street, doing your actual job, then absolutely you need to know if it's working. If what you're doing is successful and you have all the metrics on Instagram as well as on Facebook, and let's be honest, it's not going to be successful if you're not spending a little bit of money. You have to pay Facebook, which owns Instagram, a little bit of money to get into the right news feeds in order for that purchaser to see your products and services. Because chances are your friends are not the ones that are always going to be buying from you.
And I think what's really important is to think, how am I going to track my success? Is it just with leads or new clients? Or you want to create more brand awareness for yourself, and you want people to stop you and know exactly what it is that you do for work and now to get a hold of you. You might want to showcase your involvement in the community. You might want to increase the link to your websites, the traffic. And now Facebook has a really great tool that's an event tracker. So if people go on your website and they fill a form and they click submit, you can track that action. So you can say, I have spent $50 in Facebook ads, and I know for sure that they have given me 10 new leads or 10 new subscribers to my newsletter. And you can track, there's all sorts of ways to track the return on your investment. Actually, we'll do a whole show about that.
Yeah, because we track all kinds of different ways, not just through Facebook metrics or Instagram metrics.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, believe it or not, that has been 30 minutes, and we are on September 30th social tip, and it's the one that Catherine and I use every single day, and it's basically keep it simple.
Yes.
Do not try all the crazy stuff that's out there that's so technical, that's going to give you a headache and frustrate you and make you not happy about using social media. There's always a harder way to do everything. Just do the simple way, because it works just fine.
And I have a great example. A friend of mine, for a January resolution, decided that she would do a blog post every single week. She would post every day on Facebook and Instagram, beautiful photos with curated content. And I told her, this is amazing, and it will never work because it is time consuming. I know she was busy, that she has a full-time job, like a big career. So I said, this is never going to happen. Keep it simple to yourself. Maybe do one blog a month. Post 3 times a week on Instagram, but go for quality over quantity and have a strategy. That's how you keep it simple.
Absolutely. I find that if I have a little bit of extra time, I'll go ahead and schedule a whole bunch of posts. So it just relieves a little bit of pressure, so you can get outside and enjoy this beautiful weather, or, you know, make sure that life doesn't get too complicated. Especially like social media is what Catherine and I do. This is our business. So we're doing it every single day. Your business probably is not social media. And so you need to be prospecting and out there in front of your customers in order to keep selling your products and services. So get what you can get done on social media. Make sure that it looks good, feels good, and you're happy, and you're spending a little bit of money, and you're just slowly getting into the news feeds and reminding people that you're in business, or that you have something to sell that maybe them or their friends or family could be interested in as well.
Mm-hmm. And it will get easier. And then you can push it little by little by keeping it simple, getting better at it, and then moving on to the bigger things. Or hire us and we'll do it for you.
So we have posted the last 20 tips on our website under social tips. They're done in 2 blogs. This will be the 3rd blog and vlog, because it's a video and a blog. And so if you want to review those 30 social tips, and maybe you can even do them during the month of October or November, and just slowly start introducing yourself to how you can make your social media a little bit better. And the more time you put in, obviously the better you're going to get. Right, Catherine?
Mm-hmm. And then where can people find us this month?
Well, this month we have a crazy fun time coming up. Next Thursday, we are in Nanaimo at the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board doing our social media boot camp. Then we're flying to Toronto, and on October the 25th, which is a Friday, we are at the Toronto Real Estate Board doing our social media boot camp. And then we're off in November to Victoria for Pemberton Homes is bringing us into the Victoria Real Estate Board. It will be open up to other real estate companies in a couple of weeks. So those are the three main places where you can find us over the next month or so, as well as we're easily approachable by sending us a private message on Facebook to talk about what your concerns are.
Yes. All right. I was going to try something. Can you hear me? Oh, it still echoes. I'm trying to stop the echo.
Unplug your earplugs and let's see how that goes.
We're doing testings, you guys. Because, yeah, I think that echoes too.
Yep, that echoes too. Okay, everyone, this is our social tips reviewing our 30-day challenge for September. And until we see you again, remember, everyone,
keep it simple.